Alright, howdy everybody. We're going to be getting into a brand new best of 3. Keep in mind that this is still the round of 8, so it's still best of 3s. We're not moving on to best of 5s just yet. This is aLive versus Beastyqt. And, made you. Hopefully I did everything right, Senpai. I hope I didn't fuck this up.
Oh, I thought aLive did it.
No.
Yes, you did everything right.
Alright, cool. So yeah, King Sejong Station into Dasan into Frozen Temple. We're ready to go whenever they are. And then last point of this, a lot of people use those codes. Thank you so much. I would like to remind people about the benefits of the Match Arena stuff as well, where we are going to be giving away some announcer packs to the people who donated to Match Arena. Now, right now, Hard Revenge is the only person who's actually donated any cash, $6. So he gets first pick, first priority. But other than that, if nobody else donates a single dollar, we'll just go with the other first 5 people who donated. So Alaska Winter, Dare, Shire Shady, Elf Minister, CPP Maniac, and Min will also get to choose whether they would like to have an Abathur pack or a Nova pack until we're out of codes. Excuse me, let me back that up. It's not an Abathur pack, it's the Abathur voice pack, but it's the Nova Commander pack. So again, each of those are worth about each of those codes is worth about $5. That's what you would pay. And oh, this is going to be a little interesting. Spawning here on the top left side of the map, he does not get his main race of Terran. It's going to be the green Protoss Beastyqt.
In the bottom right says the red Terran. He is aLive.
You want to tell us any more information?
Sure, yeah. aLive, he gets his main race.
Oh,
and
cool.
I know, right? If you don't know that aLive's main race is Terran, then you don't watch enough. Well, not just a Lima League. You don't watch enough of any of our casts. Because he plays in a lot of stuff.
He certainly does. I will say this for Beastie, though. He is not bad with his off races. And more to the point, I'm not sure what everyone's off races are, but, 3.7, they brought in the whole separate MMR, and it's going to be really cool to see some of these guys who I already know can get GM probably fairly easy with their off races.
I know that Beastyqt is very good at those off races, and especially Protoss.
Now, the problem is, though, I guess at the end of the day, even if you are, say, GM, it's taking on somebody like aLive. It's going to be tough. But Beastie does have some things going for him. One, this particular matchup does tend to favor Protoss in some scenarios, regardless of the players playing. Followed by the fact that this is a European server that we're playing on. So, latency advantage, Beastyqt. And then lastly, of course, time zones. But aLive plays in so many European events at this point, I don't think time zones are as big of an issue as they are in concept.
Yeah, agreed. Beastyqt having a really great off-race Protoss might just be surprising to aLive as well. I don't think there's many times where I can pinpoint a pro gamer obviously under-evaluating their opponent's off-race, but there's been a couple of times it's been like, okay, I don't think they would have dedicated as hard if they thought that they were facing Innovation, for instance, or something like that. And that could certainly happen for aLive. I don't think he knows much about Beastyqt. Beastyqt used to play in a lot of our tournaments, and then it's not like I'm not blaming or anything, but then just didn't do so many of our online tournaments.
Yeah, 2 things about Beastie real quick. Well, one about Beastie, one about the prize pool. First off, thank you, Alice, for the $10 donation to the prize pool. Hoy, hoy, hoy takes that first place spot and has his choice of the Nova Commander pack or the Abathur voice packs. But I was going to say real quick, Beastie has recently been tweeting about this. We know about this because we have been casting for so long. He's getting a little bit, miffed about the way people spell his name. So this is the public PSA, guys. If you ever got to spell Beastyqt's name, lowercase qt at all times.
So there's a couple of times, well, most of the time, I kind of judge people who are really, specific about their capitalization.
Yeah.
I don't care enough, and I'm surprised when other people don't care. And I think it's more like a joke.
It is. It's definitely a joke.
Mad, right?
Yeah.
But for Beastyqt, that's actually one of the ones that I'd be very surprised if people spell it wrong. I've never had the urge to spell QT with a capital.
I have, though, and to explain this, because Beastie's name, Beastyqt, it's not like something abbreviated. It's meant to be cutie, like, hey, you're a cutie pie, what's up? Like, that's literally what the QT's for. So, I just see this capitalizing Q and T to emphasize, like, it's the QT. He's a cutie. Get it, guys? It doesn't stand for anything. He's just a cutie.
Interesting. Well, the Reaper managed to get a longer scout than originally supposed to, but it did see some pretty normal stuff, so I mean, just confirmation, I guess, for aLive. aLive already getting into tanks, shouldn't have
Actually,
a problem against offensive Blink Stalkers, but he's looking to, yeah, put a bunker in the back.
This is important. The Beastie is not tearing down the rocks, and this is one of those aspects of the matchup where, because Beastie does normally play Terran, okay, he's thinking about what to do as Protoss. Sure, he's juggling those thoughts in his head, but at the same time, he's got to be worried about things that he knows that he himself would do as Terran versus Protoss, and this is a very classic move. Like, this is not something really cheesy and crazy and outside the box thinking for aLive. This is just something most Terrans do, given the opportunity.
Yeah. It is really quite old, though. To see aLive do it is not too surprising, because aLive is one of those guys that, for the most part, he plays pretty standard, I suppose. If he's like extreme, like Lily Canine or even Gumiho. But he does have a couple of those tricky, like, gotcha builds type deal. And he has the micro, of course, to utilize it and usually do enough damage. There's been too many cases where I've seen other Terrans do something like this and then just absolutely wrecked. You know, they didn't anticipate the Stalkers coming in from behind, or Zerglings, or whatever race they're facing. But this is actually doing kind of what it's supposed to, you know? It's not the biggest deal, but it should deny half the mining in a gas geyser. And the knowledge that the Protoss gets a third base on the back of this is pretty common. So aLive can either use that Liberator to stop the third base from mining, or just go to the main base and hopefully get a couple of tricky probe kills.
Slowly bleeding out like 7 workers always for Blink to complete. Even then, what BC's doing, for those who have been kind of watching and noting, chasing off the medevac. You deny the high ground vision, this is no longer a big problem. Losing the observer kind of sucked earlier too. Mothership core does have overcharges ready, and the pylons are very nicely positioned, so this Liberator is kind of limited on what it can do. And yeah, it sets up here. It's gonna be a bit of an annoyance, but again, with Blink finishing up, it's all good. I would like to just go over a couple things in chat real quick. First off, thank you, First Person Suite, for the 26-month celebration. It says, hooray!
Celebrate.
And then Epo Monkey says, BaseTradeTV, is it possible for non-pro gamers to participate in tournaments like these? And the answer to that is yes. Almost every tournament we host is open qualifiers. This tournament, the 8 people that showed up today, they weren't random invites. They qualified through by signing up for 2 different sets of qualifiers. So yeah, if you're Joe Schmo, if you're Grandmaster, if you think you can play your off-race better than aLive can play his off-race, next time you see one of these, you should absolutely participate. Well, I can certainly say that if we cast you, we're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You'll probably hear a little bit of BM where it's like, oh, here's some guy diving me, good luck to him. It is still open season, and we welcome anybody to try playing in our events.
I don't think there's been a single event that we've done that's had a Masters any league requirement, rather.
No, that's because I always thought those were a bit... Just roll your eyes. Who really cares?
They were. I think they were necessary, and maybe still are a bit necessary for the IEM qualify. I figure actually where they do the
for
Masters
WCS and
WCS?
some of those. Yeah. It makes sense because you know that the ladder is much bigger than the player pool of candidates who will likely get through. And it's a bit harsh to say, but you know, honestly, if you're in Diamond League, you're probably not winning $40,000 through WCS this season.
Yeah, the reason really is because, especially back in the day when they first implemented, you know, league restrictions, that you did legitimately have like all 400 spots filled, you know, and that created just too long of a day. I mean, it's not the same thing today. Like maybe you'll see 256 filled, which is still impressive, but not 400. But that's still, you know, also a little bit too much. So they put those restrictions in. I remember when I was really young. And by really young, I mean when I was really bad at this game.
So nowadays?
Hey, thanks, I'm young, thank you. I did think initially that it was kind of BS, and I really hated it because it wasn't Masters yet, but no, I eventually understood the reason. Yeah. Anywho, another abusive position, trying to be here,
I mean,
used here.
Nobody likes feeling oppressed. It doesn't matter what it is. Nobody likes being told no.
I mean, that's true, yeah. Like, I'm not Masters, but I'm high diamond. I can totally beat these guys. This does not go so poorly for aLive to begin with. In fact, it goes really well.
Yeah,
and it gets better.
The tanks aren't even chasing up that ramp like that. BC knows the situation. He taps out. GG's. aLive takes game number 1. That being said, he did get pretty lucky with his main race for that first game. So the series can go any other direction. It is worth noting, though, aLive played a very interesting Zerg. And can clearly do things like bailing busts, amongst other things. And I'm curious to see what aLive's... You know, I kind of hope aLive gets Protoss. I don't care what race for BC, but I want to see aLive play Protoss.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too. This coffee tastes gross. changed to Dunkin' Donuts, and now I know why people complain about coffee quality.
Oh, okay.
I mean, usually, you know, when they hear adults talk about coffee and they're like, oh, they have the worst coffee, or like, oh, it's the best coffee, or the workplace has terrible coffee. I'm like, what's the difference? Just put enough milk and sugar in it.
Throw in a little bit, yeah. Dustin Station up next, by the way.
Thanks.
But yeah, we had someone else donate to the prize. Well, thank you, Rooks1, as well as Isaac Stir. Isaac Stir says, great cast. Oh, and Nomish Lich, as I'm speaking. So, awesome stuff. $5 from each, plus that $1 promo code. This brings the total prize up to $1,115. It is worth noting that the prize pool will be divvied up percentage-wise, so as we get more, everybody gets more, including those who have already lost or been knocked out or anything like that.
You see my cup?
Zai at L-A-D-Y.
And also this side. Because I decorate with cats.
Okay, I like that side. I like that side.
It's my mom's mug, usually.
So update to the brackets, by the way, as we move forward. Clem wins his series versus Rainer. He goes on to fight against Mana. They will wait for us. We'll be casting both of the semifinal matches today, so that'll be coming up immediately after this. Caliber beats up Balin. He'll be playing the winner of this series. So that's going to be quite the amount of random people moving forward.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the official warning on Team Liquid, by the way, but I did get a message kind of warning me about using the meme for the post of this. I'm so random.
Oh, that's what they were talking about. I saw someone, I thought in reply to you, talk about the meme, and I checked and I was like, oh, you didn't say anything like that was memey, and I didn't even think about the actual
Are you kidding?
thread post.
Do you even know meme at this point? Like, all I do is meme all the time, always.
Well, I thought what they always hated was that someone would just post a meme, or they would just post, you know, whatever's currently, like, you know, something stupid, and that was it, like, no quality whatsoever, including a funny image and a title. Like, man, if this was 2005 Team Liquid, you would have been banned by now.
Thank you, by the way, to Dehumanizer. Twitch Alerts is bugging out a little bit, but that 9-month resub is awesome. He says, Rifkin, remember when we first met 9 months ago at that party? You know, things got a little bit crazy with the ginger ale? Well, today I had a baby.
That caffeine just got to me.
It's a Canadian high, what can I say? Okay, things are actually getting spicy already. Spawning here in the middle of our left side, getting Protoss, so his off race and my wish come true. It's aLive.
And on the bottom right, as the yellow Zerg, he is Beastyqt. He's early pulling.
I mean, it's on Dawson Station, for goodness sake. I actually almost wish you would have taken a note out of Blythe's book and just proxied a hat trick, because it wouldn't matter what the race was. Probably still work. I wonder too if aLive, he's Korean. I saw Golden actually tweet something last night, like, do French people get offended when people call them baguettes, or do they also not care, like when Koreans get called kimchi man? And it kind of got me to start thinking, like, yeah, what actually ends up deeming be offensive or not for this stuff? And I wonder, again, through translation, how much of that stuff gets lost. I always, for me at least, whenever we intro aLive, I want to do like crazy evil doctor, like, it's alive! And like, would he get that? Would that be funny? Would that be a joke to him? Or is he just like, wow, he's saying my name with a lot of enthusiasm for no reason?
I haven't heard someone actually call a Korean kimchi man, but
I've never heard that before in my life.
I think I've probably seen it in like a League of Legends chat or something like that, right? But like nothing else. So, anyways, I don't know if they're, I don't know, because I can't think of an equivalent for an American, to be honest. Like, well, I guess burger woman, burger man.
Yeah, well, burger grub, I think, is one of the things people try
to. The thing about that is that that's less about the American food staple and more about Americans are fat, right? And then of course we can take offense to it. Not all Americans are fat. But I don't know. Anyway, this wasn't just an early pool. It was a clever early pool. The early overlord.
It's definitely meant to catch aLive off guard, because aLive locked down that front entrance defense. 2 Zealots, 2 Adepts. Nothing's going to get through that anytime soon. But coming in through the north side where there's nothing on this ramp, diving right to that mineral line. I love what he's doing too. He's not going immediately. He's actually going to wait till he has all the lings over. So it maximizes the chance that those get a significant amount of damage done. And when aLive pulls away from the front wall to deal with this, Beastie should be able to just run in like normal.
Well, see if it works out as intended. Sometimes the timing can be a little off and I'll go screwy.
Shout out to Cody Lawson for the 8-month resub before this gets underway. Says, ooh, 4 months to go.
Hey. Well, this is a problem, maybe? Maybe I'm talking about more the front lines and the back lines.
Yeah, if the Adepts
no,
weren't,
it's not that problem.
if the Adepts weren't spawning when they did, this could have been much worse. And BC did not catch aLive nearly off guard as much as he wanted to.
Yeah, this has been an excellent defense.
Yeah, but also a significant fail for BC. One of the things I'm worried about here is, yeah, he's going for the gold, great, but he's on 17 workers as Zerg, so it feels bad, man.
Oh yeah, he's in a terrible spot. They get a Hinkolov. Hinkolov.
You sound like you're trying to make your like Viking impression noises.
Hingadingadur.
Hinkolov.
Thanks for the 8-month resub. Très bien.
Ah, if he's French, then you don't pronounce the H. So just be like Nikolov.
That's not always true, is it? I actually can't think of any words that start with an H in French right now.
Hôpital. It is actually, I think, general
Hotel?
rule.
Hotel? Yeah, you're right.
You don't pronounce the H if it's at the start of words, is the rule, I think.
Okay, well, for French, just guess you don't say 50% of the letters in a word, you'll probably be right.
Woo!
Yeah. It's not shots fired, it's the way your language works, and it's silly.
Unfortunately, BC, while he was really depending on this gold-based income, is denied by the Adepts just simply being here.
Yeah, sucker. So aLive, funnily enough, has had one of the best early pool defenses we've seen on Dasson Station. Was not even his main race.
Right? Like, he had this on lockdown just from preparing Good Sin City.
Yeah, it was really good, and he should absolutely win this game. I would say that if, it wasn't clear that he's good at Protoss, he could screw this up, but I think he's pretty good.
You know what, though? Taking this one step further, what's really interesting is, first off, great defense out of BC, actually get some mining going. Cool. Secondly, though, a lot of Protoss players would not blindly make a Zealot. It's not technically efficient, so they probably skip it, and that would have possibly left a hole in the wall for Beasty.
Oh, yeah. I didn't get to see if he saw the attack, though. Did these probes go?
I don't know. I'm thinking back, I don't remember. But my point of it is, like, the fact of the matter, at the end of the day, he had the defense out, whether it was blindly fearful or perfectly as a response. And yeah, this was a good defense out of aLive, leading into the BC struggling really hard right now. Now, his income matches aLive, despite the worker difference. And a lot of that has to do with the gold, but as the Adepts keep stepping back in, that's going to get shut down.
Yeah. I was, going to prep this whole best of 3 with just, not only that aLive, or the Beastyqt has good Protoss, and he's a good off-race, but that aLive also does. I actually thought that with their forces combined, or whatever you want to say, like, none of them got
my
Terran,
powers
right?
Combined.
If none of them got Terran, then this should be a kind of an even game, because both of them, I think, at this point, we can safely say. I know Beastyqt does a lot of off-racing. aLive, it's more like a rumor, like any other Korean hats, they do a lot of off-racing. But at this point, I would say that it's confirmed. He does a lot of off-racing. He knows what he's doing with all the races we've seen, Zerg and Protoss.
Yeah.
Both. I thought this would be actually very even. I think Beastyqt, maybe would have had a better chance on Dasson Station as if he played a macro game. I have no idea, couldn't tell you. But, certainly this game has a lot to do with the fact that he failed an early pool.
So, one small aside to this is, again, if BC is losing this game out here and now and he can't find a way to recover, kind of sucks. That's going to be that for him. But I'm wondering how a lot of these guys' luck will go going forward. We gotta consider the series we cast with Monarch. He got Protoss twice in a row already. aLive gets Terran into Protoss, a race he's pretty decent with. I mean, there is a determinable amount of luck involved with this tournament. I'm curious to see how far that runs for these guys.
GG! I'm guessing some people sign up for this tournament just hoping they'll get their main race and that'll send them through. But technically, the tournament was supposed to be about who is the best random player.
Yeah, absolutely. I love, by the way, this thing you just wrote in chat about the word is mightier than the sword. I was really mad that you didn't write the pen is mightier, because I always love that one Saturday Night Live, like, Celebrity Jeopardy, where it's like, I'll take the penis mightier for 10,000.
I had no idea that's a thing.
Wait, have you never seen Celebrity Jeopardy from SNL?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's such a classic thing. You've got like Will Ferrell playing like Alex Trebek. It's so good. You absolutely have to look that up sometime. Because the show is basically the guy pretending to be Sean Connery being a dick to Alex Trebek the whole time. It's so good. Anyways, congratulations to aLive. He'll advance on forward. BC, again, don't feel bad, guys. He gets $60 bare minimum for losing. But that's even more because you guys have helped us increase the prize pool to like almost was this $1,130.
Woohoo!
By the way, thank you to Reimer19 for the $11 donation as well. That's awesome to see, guys. But Clem versus Mana is going to be a best of 5. It'll be starting up soon. I believe Mana was playing around in some games, but it looks like he's out, so we won't have to wait too long. Awesome. To give you guys a little bit of context before we move forward, Mana does normally play Protoss. Clem, lesser known, normally plays Terran. So that's going to this series, the knowledge you'll have of what their main races are. You gotta wait. But yeah, so moving forward, check out the Match Arena page, !Match Arena in chat. We uploaded our co-op video from yesterday where we played roulette for our second attempt at it. I won't spoil whether we did good or bad. Fuck this mutation and its RNG though, I'll tell you that much. And I updated the stream info with link to said video. So maybe you're bored during the downtime, or maybe you want to check it out later. I would appreciate if you guys would check out our co-op content, as I do love co-op. It is my favorite aspect of the game right now, without a doubt. At any rate, we'll be back in a bit. Thank you guys for watching.